Hello and welcome back. This is Kristen from Life of Crafting, and I'm still on a mission to basically clean out just the unfinished products stash that I've been just sitting on for years, and all kinds of just miscellaneous projects that, collect up. So here's one. I made these tags in 2021. This was a tag that Nicole Spohr had featured, and these are dies from Simon Says Stamp. There's actually, let's see if I can pull out. There's several different versions there of these gnomes. There's this one with this tall hat, this one with this like squiggly hat. Actually there was 4, but I must have used all of the one. So when I did these, I only have 2 of the plaids, looks like, from this palette. I used this Recollections pad that was just a plaid, a bunch of Christmas plaids. And I still have, obviously, as you can see, a boatload of it left. I really did like it. This was a pad I never intended to use like in its entirety. I just wanted to use it in projects as they came up. So they do, I like the different, some of them, like this one had the gold foil in it. But there's just some nice different Christmas colors. This one's foiled a little too much. Whew. But some of them are very country, some of them are very elegant. So I thought these were it was a great pad, just to do different projects. I think I may have gotten this in like 2020. Oh, there's a piece of paper. I think in 2019 or 20. This is an older one. Here's more paper. There's more foiling. There's more paper. This one was just striped with the foil, but like I said, this wasn't one I intended to use in its entirety. Oh, that's like a gray behind there in that foiling. Woo. But lots of different greens, grays, reds, even like a little bit of like the brown tones to some of them. So you get the idea that, there is all kinds of different, anything you could really think of that you wanted to do was incorporated in this pad. And I think I may be at the back, yes. I used this plaid using Nicole Spohr's instructions, and I came up with those tags. And you never really kind of have an idea like how many tags you're really gonna need. So I have these left, and there's, let's see, 5, 6, 7, 8 tags left. So I'm gonna try and make some cards now, and I may have to, basically take off the tag part and just use it in the beginning. But I think, even if I leave this, I'll cut it short, or maybe I can make a bow with it. Let's see if that'll work. I don't know, we'll see. But I thought this sketch from Operation Right Home, sketch number 44, may be a good idea to just do like a big thing of plaid in the back, stripe, this piece with just regular cardstock, put a white on there with a sentiment, kind of put him off to the side and call it a day and get these out of my stash. So I'm going to get a concept card together. If there's anything of, noteworthiness along the way, I will come back. But when I come back, I'm expecting I'll have some cards made for you. So here's where I'm at so far. This is the one style that I did. And I pulled in my Greeteries Nordic frames. I don't have it on here. It's actually at my die cutting machine. It looks like this. I had wood cut out, so that was nice to give me that idea as to what... Oh, I just realized I didn't punch these out. To give me an idea if I liked this. And you know, obviously I did. I wound up just gluing my tag shut. Without cutting it off, I just put some glue in there, and I figure glue it shut. It gives me a little bit more to bump it up. To give you the dies, like I said, these were, I had this glued down. This is kind of weird. Let me glue that back. I figured that would just be my sentiment. Again, I'm trying to use up stash, and why I pulled out this Stampers Anonymous. It was the Tim Holtz Stamp Timber of 22, and I love the fonts. I was going to use one of these. But like I said, I already have a sentiment, so why bother, right? So the Simon Says stamps, I'm not exactly sure, but it seemed like from what I was catching on with Nicole Spore's video, it seemed like maybe they were doing like a new gnome every year. And I didn't see one for 2021. I'll have to go back and look. But this particular one is this, I think it was just called the Gnome. And this just came with the 2. And I punched out the bottom. And it was really easy. Nicole has a beautifully laid out coloring one and all. And I really don't color. And I thought that they came out so cute just doing what she did. So this was the regular Gnome. This is the little Gnome, and it's the same thing. There's really no other options. It cuts out like what you see here. The one I don't have that I must have used all of them up was the She Gnome, and that was a really cute one with little ponytails, and it cuts out the bow for her ponytails, or braids, actually. And again, Nicole does a great job talking about how to get the coloring for them to be. And it's got this little heart up in the hat. Of course, my die does not want to display that for you, but so this was a really cute one. If they're still there, I will put a link down below. And then the last one, which I believe was the newest one, came with this die that cut out, this die that cut out the full base of it. And then you could choose the solid hat, or when you used this to cut out, that one cuts out all these little, there's stars and polka dots, stripes, and then stripes going the other way. She did, I believe, this one in a video separate from the tags, and that was really cute. But I was trying to keep them simple because, again, this was just going to be a tag that somebody was probably going to throw out. And that was that one. So those were the Gnome dies. And now I've cut my papers for these. I'm going to do them in the same layout. My only problem is this was the Papers Moss color. Oh, that was my scraps. Which is a really nice, deep, dark. And I happened to get this heavyweight. I think the weight I happened to get was, let's see. I got 107 pound with a 290 GSM, and this thing is heavy. So I've kept all the different scraps for this one because these little pieces like this were great for just covering up seams when you bump up 2 of the, whatchamacallit, the like pattern papers together. So I've kept that. So now I'll be back. I got to go find myself some. This red is a really like orangey red. So I don't know if I'm going to be able to pull the red in. I think this has got like that bluish gray color in the plaid. So I may see if I can find something to pull in from that. And then this has like that Christmas, that like real like they call it lime green. But I'll see if I can maybe find a scrap of this and pull that in. And pretty much it's all going to be laid out the same. So when I'm done, I'll bring it back. I'll show you them all done and I'll wrap it up. So it's Kristen and I'm back. So we are done with our 8 cards that we made from our tags. These ones I just put some gold foil there because I had it sitting on my table, honestly. And this one I just found some green scrap that matched the green in the body there. Honestly, these took like maybe an hour. These were very quick. And I did switch around the whatchamacallit, the sketch here, you know, only because with the little points on here, it felt like they were better here, but kind of laughing because when I did this one, it's so long it covered them up. So it is what it is. Like I said, another one on the books, another thing out of the stash. So appreciate if you found any inspiration from the Simon Says stamp and what to do with the elf dies and how to use up some of your scraps. I'd appreciate a thumbs up. Feel free to subscribe down below. It's free, but it will also put into your feed the new updates that I have for cards. I do like to do a variety of things. I've been doing card sketches from the sheetload of cards. I've been doing some Smash Your Stash. I've been doing all kinds of Tim Holtz how-tos, and I like to do things where I can just stretch my card packs as far as I can try to get them. So if you found any inspiration, like I said, I'd appreciate a thumbs up down below, and I'll catch you next time. Bye.